Hey everybody, this is John, and it's August 6th in 2009. I wanted to talk really briefly about the extension of the Cash for Clunkers program. But before that, I wanted to remind you that I'll be gone for this week and will return a week from Sunday. I'm not sure if I'll do another video that day, but certainly starting on Monday, the 17th, I'll be back doing these videos. In the meantime, if I don't get the opportunity while we're traveling to do a video, you can catch me, as I mentioned yesterday, on Fox News' Freedom Watch. It's on the Strategy Room website for Fox News. It starts at 2 p.m. In Eastern Time, 11 a.m. West Coast, and it's hosted by Judge Napolitano. And we'll see how that goes. Looking forward to it. In the meantime, back to Cash to Clunkers. A lot of people have talked about it, and I'm not going to belabor the point, belabor other people's points. For those of you who aren't familiar with the program, the federal government set aside at first $1 billion to entice people into car showrooms by giving them $4,500 for cars that fit a certain profile, low efficiency fuel mileage and a couple of other criteria, and that $4,500 would go towards the down payment on a new car. Most people have taken that $4,500, used it as a down payment, and gotten loans to buy new cars. Well, a couple of points that have already been made, but let me just say, we got into this problem in the first place. By this problem, I mean the current economic crisis. We got into this problem by creating too much debt. The country has a massive amount of debt. When I say the country, I don't just mean the federal debt and the federal unfunded liabilities, which everyone is talking about. But what only a few people seem to be talking about are the debts of other entities and people in the United States. I mean, when you add up state debt on top of the federal debt and the federal unfunded liabilities, when you add in municipal debt, when you add in corporate debt, when you add in personal debt, we have a debt level that is unprecedented for any country in the history of the world. I think the number is it's approaching, if it hasn't already surpassed, $200 trillion. $200 trillion on the back of a $14 trillion economy. I don't know if we can sustain this much longer, and I also don't think it's a great idea to add additional debt onto people who didn't have it already. So that's one thing, and then there's another component of the Cash for Clunkers program that's it's been needling at me. It's a small point, but it's just as illustrative of about how government thinks. So when people come into the showroom with their car and they trade in their cars, the cars that they currently own, and presumably they're worth less than $4,500. And let's use an example where someone comes into a car showroom and their car is only worth half of the $4,500 that the federal government's giving them for it. So the car is worth $2,250. So what the government could do to recoup half of the taxpayer dollars that are going towards the Cash for Clunkers program by taking that car and selling it for $2,250 in the pre-owned car market. What it's doing, guess what it's doing? The government is scrapping the cars. They're taking them to the junkyard, getting chopped up, engines removed, shipped off someplace to be recycled or smelted down, and cars probably chopped into polarized metal and shipped off somewhere as well to be recycled. Who knows what the government gets for that? Maybe it's $50, maybe it's $100. If it's getting that, who knows if it's even hitting the Treasury, the Treasury account. But what we know for sure is that there's money being left on the table. These cars have value. They're not worth nothing. that were worth nothing. Not even the scrap metal people would take them. So it just bugs me, and as a lot of people have pointed out before, during the Depression, while people were starving, the federal government paid farmers to plow under crops. They were destroying food while people were starving, and all in an effort to keep prices up, which is incidentally what's happening now. You know, these cars could sell. The cars that are sitting in empty, lots in, in ports or on, lots at car dealers. They could sell if if the prices were lowered enough. But for some reason, the government doesn't like prices going down. It's the one benefit of a correction, like we're in the middle of right now, is that people actually get to get a little more bang for their buck. But for some reason, the government fights that. And that's just another reason why we need more people in Congress, more people in the Senate who understand these issues, who studied free market economics, and also just read the Constitution and understand that aside from the fact that this is an impractical program, it's certainly not constitutional. So anyway, that's it. Just wanted to mention that, and we'll see you soon. If you have any questions, please contact us. Oh yeah, and a little bit of news. The site, I haven't checked it in a little bit, but it should be. Apparently, it takes 24 hours for the site to completely be cycled through all the servers and the system. This part I don't know, but we're going to have our new site launched today. We're going to leave it out there. We're not going to make a big announcement, but it'll be there. So any feedback on that, we'd appreciate as well. So we'll talk to you soon, and if I don't get back on, enjoy the week, and we'll see you soon.